A gun law is changing in North Carolina.
A bill initially vetoed by Governor Josh Stein has been overridden and is now law. WXII 12's Joshua Davis was in Raleigh this evening, where the override votes drew a crowd.
There were a lot of people and there was a lot of energy overlooking both chambers, many of them focused on a bill that would permit guns onto the property of private and religious schools.
So the motion to override the governor's veto of House Bill 193 passes by 3/5 of the members present and voting.
State senators voted to override Governor Josh Stein's veto of House Bill 193 Tuesday, which would allow certain employees and volunteers at private and religious schools to carry concealed guns on campus, if allowed to by school leadership. Above the chamber, supporters of the bill say it provides protection similar to what you may find at a public school, where there are school resource officers that they otherwise couldn't afford.
The average response time for law enforcement is 14 to 20 minutes. A perpetrator who comes into the school in the first 10 minutes will have done his damage. Should a perpetrator come in, we have a means of self-defense now to protect the lives of our staff and to protect the lives of our students.
But opponents say it puts responsibility into the hands of people who may not be fully prepared to handle that kind of emergency.
Especially if this is a parent who is armed in there. When your child is at risk, I mean, you don't know how you're going to react when you think they're in danger and what those steps would be. There are plenty of gun safety bills that were brought to this session that have not been brought to a vote, things that could increase the safety for them and might make situations like this better.
And these votes were just a fraction of a series of overrides held today. In total, 12 Stein vetoes were overturned. In Raleigh, I'm Joshua Davis for WXII 12 News.
State senators also voted to override the governor's veto of Senate Bill 50, which would allow for people 18 and older to carry a concealed handgun without a permit.
That bill will now go to the House, but it's unlikely to pass because the chamber does not have a supermajority.